We're live. Yay, we're live. So thank you to our live studio audience. So I'm Val Mohney. I'm the editor and owner of the Huckleberry Press. We are here at Madco Lab Studios on Trent in Spokane, the most fantastic space Spokane has to offer for art and creative collaboration. And we are at the tail end of the Spokane Small Business and Entrepreneurs Group. And the energy's been off the hook all day. People are making money, making connections. I'm really excited because we're talking to Mariah McKay, who's the founder and director of Dynamism for Spokane Independent Metro Business Alliance. Yay! Yes, thank you. So, Mariah, well, let me just talk to you. I'm inspired by your scope of vision, the difference that you make in the community. I work hard doing what I'm doing, and I have no idea how hard you work to manage all the different aspects that you do. So thank you for honoring us with your time today.
Thanks for having me. I love coming here.
Yay. So Mariah's got some things going on with SIMBA that she's going to talk to us about. And before we get there, I just want to get a little bit of a window. How did you get started with SIMBA in the first place? What was it that drew you to that?
I was a North Side girl living in a suburban sprawl. And there was some really cool, tucked away, hidden neighborhood businesses up in my neck of the woods out in the county. But really, the downtown and the neighborhood business districts were just so much more lively and had so much more interesting interactions and in proximity to more churches and destinations and organizations, as well as places of business, third spaces, coffee shops like the one we're sitting in now, and places of entertainment, places of culture. And so I really just want people to have invitations to interact and engage and belong where they are. And sometimes that's hard to do when you're out in the burbs where all the cookie cutter houses, it can breed social isolation in a way that makes life not quite as colorful or as meaningful as it can and truly is. But it's easy to get stuck in your hidey hole. I think people have experienced that through the pandemic. Yep. And local businesses and getting to know the people behind them and being a part of their success and being able to live out your own entrepreneurial passion, whether it's full-time or hobby on the side, is just a part of living an interesting life. So there's that. I think I had small business owners on both sides of my family. My grandpa Bob started a traveling carnival and up in Hilliard, of all places, and traveled throughout the U.S. and at their peak had 82 employees. McKay Shows Carnival. And my grandpa Harvey ran a family-owned department store in one of the most rural towns in the lower 48 in Wolf Point, Montana. And that store is open to this day. And I think it's after a good run. It's I don't think there's someone to buy that store because the little town is really, really depressed. A lot of our communities are struggling, and the way commerce is happening is changing. And with things moving online, there's some really exciting openings for that. But more and more, it's becoming a monopoly market with a few big tech companies gobbling up all the eyeballs and becoming monopoly share powers in the marketplace. And so our communities, our local businesses want to take back a bit of that online marketplace and use our real world connections to create a platform to make it easier for people to find interesting local businesses and for interesting local businesses to find the people that keep them going.
Which is what you're doing with SIMBA in a very powerful and effective way.
Thank you.
My Facebook feed is all filled with your project, well, you and your team's projects and all the different ways you're making a difference with local small businesses. So what programs do you have happening now that can be an advantage for small business people?
So we, as the Spokane Independent Metro Business Alliance, started the Inland Live Local Inland Northwest Coalition, Live Local INW. That's also a hashtag, makes us easy to find. And we are a 11-member coalition organization of neighborhood business districts, demographic chamber organizations, and industry alliances working to create this resource. So it's an offline campaign and an online website, which has several tools. So for customers, you can go to livelocalinw.com and search businesses by neighborhood. You can search them by category. You can search product types. You can search if you're wanting to support women-owned businesses or LGBTQ-owned businesses or any other number of veterans, immigrants, multi-ethnic business owners. They're all on there. We even spotlight green businesses and social enterprise organizations, so nonprofits that are selling goods and services in the community, as well as certified B corporations, which are companies that have really gone the extra mile and have gone through a very rigorous evaluation to prove to the community that they are giving back just as much as they're taking. So they're having a positive impact on the environment and reinvesting in people, as well as making a profit instead of just taking as much profit as the market will bear.
Right on. And you've got some grants coming up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, so we're very fortunate to have received a Small Business Innovation Fund award from the Department of Commerce. And we really want the Live Local campaign to be a community message. So it's something that we all get out of what we put into it. It needs to be not just about SIMBA, but all of our coalition partners and all the businesses involved and the consumers who love them. So one great way to do that is to pay businesses to be the messenger and give them some incentive for repping a brand that isn't their own personal hard-won, hard-earned brand that they've created. So we have a lot of trusting relationships with, the business organizations and their members and individual businesses that see I'm proud to be independently owned. I have a version of my business that is not locally owned, and they have Super Bowl ads. My little business doesn't get to have Super Bowl ads. Can't even afford a billboard. Maybe I can't even afford a half-page ad in the Inlander because that's a big paper and those aren't cheap, right?
Right.
You know that game. And so a lot of small businesses rely solely on friends and family and word of mouth. And if you're in an area where you don't have a big family, or maybe the family you come from doesn't have a lot of money to spend at your business, or people just don't get out and around because of the internet and because of the isolation factor of living further and further apart. It's hard to get that toehold and get your regulars to support your enterprise. And so the Live Local campaign helps businesses find their locals faster in a variety of ways. So first and foremost, our directory listings are free. Only takes 5 minutes to sign up. You don't even have to have your full official licenses to be on the website. But once you're on the directory, that makes you eligible to apply for a marketing grant. And for that, you will need to get your new federal UEI number. You can get that if you have your state number. And we can help you get those if you don't have them and you want to become a on-paper, fully fledged business. So that's part of our job, is to help the entrepreneurs and the startups get more established and do things by the book so they can get bigger and scale and grow. And our marketing grant opened up on April 17th. It's going to close on April 28th. And you go on to livelocalinw.com/grants. And there you go. We're going to be giving out awards anywhere from $500 to $7,000 and a little bit, mostly in between that. And people can use the money for any kind of marketing activity that co-promotes the Live Local message and mission. So you could, get money to purchase for building a website. You could get money to put the Live Local logo on your merchandise. You could offer a special discount for your services funded by the Live Local marketing grant. So you're not losing any money, but you're still getting more customers, compliments of the Live Local special that you can run at your business and enter a Live Local INW discount code at checkout, for example. And the other exciting thing we're introducing is we're piloting a Local Dollars app-based loyalty rewards program. So this is, it's like a local version of Venmo or Cash App or Zelle. You know, the Starbucks card is another one of these payment applications. And this one will be just for the Inland Northwest. So you do have to be a locally owned business. It's not for McDonald's. Sorry, guys. You know, it's just for those of us who actually started here and live here and have our decision making in this community. And so consumers can sign up, load up their account with their regular US dollars from, you know, debit, checking, savings, and then pay at these businesses. And because we're a nonprofit organization, we can offer that at cost, or which is a steep discount compared to the tech companies out there that get you in the door, and then they keep, you know, adding more and more and more percentage fees and changing, making a fee structure that's so complicated you don't know what you're actually paying for. We've all been there with these subscription fee-based models that tech companies love to use to squeeze us for every last drop. So that's exhausting. And if we go in on a community app, we can also partner with a local credit union, and we can actually cut out Visa and MasterCard from what's called the transaction chain. And so if you're getting that reduced payment cost for the transaction and the credit card fee, all of a sudden small businesses are saving 3%, 5%, 7% on all their sales. Wow. And that is huge. That adds up. And businesses can say, if you use this tender type, this, you know, payment type that saves me money, I'll give you a cut of that, customer, so you can get 1% back. So it's like a community credit card that just runs on regular US dollars, and then we pay the business out at the end of every month. And so the app gives consumers a great way to find small businesses while they're on their phone, because they don't have the website on their desktop when they're out in the community, right? We're all walking around with our smartphones. So a lot of businesses that don't have a chance to do their own app or to get on mobile can be discovered through the Live Local campaign and the Live Local Dollars pilot app. So it's really great for in-person pay, and you can use it for paying online. Little less elegant, but we have a long-term plan to iterate and release the full version of this product in the next year or two. So the important part is our community owns it. We can see our own data, and it makes us all stronger. And it's just, you'll be surprised what you discover on our directory and through the app. I'm meeting new businesses every day that are signing up. Just yesterday, we had the Clarkson Farmers Market sign up on the Live Local app. So there's a lot of cool stuff out there, and hope people will check it out and get involved.
It's funny you mentioned Clarkson Farmers Market, because they are also advertising in the Huckleberry Press, I have to say.
Excellent.
Well, your vision for what's possible for the business community of Spokane is impeccable and amazing. And if people want to find out about those two programs and the other things that you have going on, you mentioned it before, but where do we send them?
So businesses can sign up at livelocalinw.com/sign-up. It takes 5 minutes, it's free. Then businesses that are local can sign up to unlimited numbers of products and services on the marketplace. From there, you go over to the grants page and put in your application before Friday the 28th for Live Local Business Marketing Grants. And we'll announce those the first week in May. And people get their grant checks before the end of the month, and we'll help folks do their projects. And we'll be hearing more and more about the Live Local campaign, and we'll be seeing businesses joining us from Northeast Washington and Central Washington as well. So businesses do need to be based in the state of Washington to be eligible for the grant. Although to be a part of the campaign, you can be in North Idaho, Northeast Oregon. The Inland Northwest is a pretty generous area. So livelocalinw.com. We're also, at livelocalinw on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. And if you'd like to be the first to hear about some of these things, you can also follow SIMBA at Spokane Independent.
Right on.
Thanks.
Mariah, again, you're a total superstar. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to be here.
Yeah, thank you, Val. It's always a pleasure.
Yes. Very good. Yay, thank you. You hit the, there you go. Perfect, thank you.